Tech Talk.
Hi everyone, welcome to this new Tech Talk. Today we're answering the question, what are the challenges that you face when you're integrating new equipment and automation? So one of the first challenge that we're going to be having will be the layout. So the layout, to draw the layout of the equipment is one thing. We do face most of the time challenges as we install things that we didn't think about. So it's really, it's a work to be done in your factory to think about the layout itself, but also to think about what's coming after and what comes before those automation. So are we putting the exit of your material on the left or on the right? That would be things to think about before we order the machine and before we install, making sure that there's no post, making sure that is the floor leveled and things like that. Those are all things that we can encounter during an install and integration of automation. The second thing is your employees. So there is a thing that I talk to customers, which is the resistance to change from your employees. So it's not because you're putting automation in that your employees are all going to be happy about it, because it might be stressing some of them, thinking they're going to be losing their job. But most of the time in the days of today, we don't get rid of employee because we're missing employee. It's just their work that is going to be changing. One way to go against that is if I'm putting it as an example, where you have a saw, you have a welder and a corner cleaner that are maybe placed at different places in your factory, but try to redo that new layout with your old equipment. So when comes time to put the new machines in, that employee is already used to be working in this special place. So he just gets new equipment and he just realizes that his job is just made easier with the new equipment that comes in. So resistance to change, it's really something to talk with your employees before we do the install. One other thing, I can't stress this enough, data. You have to be able to send your information to automation equipment. Those machines are not built to be run on a manual mode. They are able to when you have to redo parts or change things, but those are made for automation. There is going to be a fence all around the equipment, so you don't want to be running those pieces manually. You have to be able to send the data. We can assist you talking with your IT companies, but we need to be prepared, and we also need to test those during the acceptance of the equipment. The last thing that you have to think about is training and changing your mentality on how you operate the equipment. So when you have, let's say you have a piece that is in the corner cleaner, the machine does a mistake, there's a problem. When we're working on standalone, the first reflex we have is we're going to be pushing that e-stop. We're going to remove the part from the machine, relaunch the machine and start over. That's not what you want to do on automation. You have to leave the part in, then you have to call the techs and realize what happened there. If your tech are able to fix that issue right there on the spot, good. If you're not able to fix that issue, you have to call us and we have to log in the machine and see the problem as it is live. And if you press that e-stop, the error message is going to disappear. We're not going to be able to know what happened, and so we're not going to be able to know to fix that issue. So it's a different mentality on how you're going to be working through issues when you're putting in automation. So those are all things to be considered when you integrate new challenges that are going to be coming to you. So if you have more questions about this particular question, we can obviously talk about it for days. But and if you have any other questions that pops to your mind, just feel free to send those to us, and we're gonna be happy to answer those in the next Tech Talk. Thank you. Tech Talk.